ಇವರು ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಸುತ್ತೋ ಖುಷಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕಲಿಯಲು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಒಂದು ಬಂದಲ್ಲಿ
ಅವನ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದ ಆವಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. ಅವ್ನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಸರ್. ಅವಾಗ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ನಾನು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅವ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ನಾನು. ನಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕಳ್ಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಸೊ ಅದು ಎಂಡ್ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಅದು ಹೋಗದೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದ್ 2-3 ಸಲ ಡಿಸ್ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ನನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದೆ. ಮುಸ್ಲಿಂ ಹುಡುಗರು ಯಾರು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡುದಿಲ್ಲ.
ವಿಕಾಸ್ ನಾಯಕನಿಗೆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೆ, ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವು ಏನಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸರ್ ಐ ಟ್ರೈಡ್ ಮೈ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬಟ್ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಐ ನಾಟ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್. ಟುಮಾರೋ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಸರಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಹಳ ಅರ್ಜಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರಂತ ಆಯ್ತು. ಏನೇ ಅವ್ನು ಟಾಪ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೇಳ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಇದು ಭಯಂಕರ. ಈಗ ಅವನು ನಿಮ್ಮಿದ್ದಾನೆ ದರ್ಶನ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹುಷಾರಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಪಟ 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 ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹತ್ತಿರಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅವನು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮೀರಿಸ್ತ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಗಂಡನು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಅಕ್ಷತಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್.
ಅವ್ರ ಮಾವ ಅಕ್ಷತಾ ಅವ್ರ ತಾಯಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಅಕ್ಷತಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾವ.
ಹಾ ಹೌದು. ಹಾ ಆ ಹುಡುಗನ ತಾಯಿಗೆ. ತಂದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವನಿಗೆ, ತಂದೆಯವರಿಲ್ಲ ಹುಡುಗನಿಗೆ, ತಂದೆ ತೀರೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಅವರು ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಡೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
ಹಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ತಂದೆಯವ್ರ ಕೆಲಸ ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನೋ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಗಂಡನ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ.
ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ 6 ಸ್ಲಾಟ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಲ್ಯಾಬಿಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, 3 ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, 2 ಸ್ಲಾಟ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅವ್ರು 2 ಸ್ಲಾಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋ, 2 ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅದು ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಬಿಸಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು.
ಅವ್ರ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಖಾಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ನನ್ಗಿರ್ಲಿ
ಶನಿವಾರ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನಲ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್
ಶನಿವಾರ ಗುರುವಾರ ಕಂಬೈಂಡ್ ಬೇರೆ ಸರ್ ಗುರುವಾರ ದಿವಸ ನಾವು ಕಂಬೈಂಡ್ ಗುರುವಾರ ಸರ್ ಮಂಗಳವಾರ ದಿವಸ ಕಂಬೈಂಡ್. Hello students, now you will get a quiz. This quiz contains 3 questions. You will have 3 minutes to answer this. Okay? Write your answers in the chat box. Okay? Write the question number, then in front of that number, write your answer. The first quiz question given over here is, which statement is used for skipping a part of a loop? To skip a part of a loop, you are using dash statement. Second question is, which statement is used for jumping out of the program? Okay, to exit from the program. Which statement can be written in the program? Okay, to exit or to jump out of the program, you can use dash statement. The last question is, which statements are used to jump out of a loop? Okay, to jump out of a loop, you can use dash to statements. The 2 statements can be used to jump out of a loop. Write the statements name. Okay, students, time up. Hello, students. Now I will demonstrate you a program on break statement. Okay. If you want to jump out of a loop in the program, you can make use of break statement. Okay. This program is to calculate the sum of numbers. Okay. Maximum 5 numbers. It will calculate sum of 5 numbers, and if the user enters a negative number, then your loop should be terminated. Okay. If a user enters a negative number, then your loop terminates. Here first write the precursor directive statement in the program. Hash include stdio.h. You are including standard input output header files into the program. Then write the main function. Program execution always begins with the main function. Okay. Then declare one variable, that is I, as a type integer. Then declare another two variables as a type floating point values. Okay, floating point. Number and sum are the two variables, and they are declared as floating point data types. And the sum variable is initialized to a value 0. Then write the for loop. Okay. Here this for loop contains three segments. This is called as initialization, test condition, and increment part. Okay. In the initialization segment, initialize the value 1 to the variable I. Okay. Then this I is compared with the value 5. Okay, if this condition becomes true, then these two statements are executed. Here, if this condition becomes true, then display one message as enter a number. Okay. Then, through this scanf function, input value is entered through the keyboard. Okay. And here the format specifier used is %f. This %f indicates you are entering an floating point value. Okay. Then the entered input is stored in this variable, that is number. This is the ampersand indicates address of the variable. Okay. In this particular address, the inputted value is stored. If the user enters a negative number, then your loop should be terminated. To perform this situation or this condition, use one if statement. Okay. In this if statement, write the condition as test condition as if number means entered input value is less than 0, means if the entered input value is negative number, then your loop should be terminated. Okay. To terminate the loop, write a statement called break. Okay. In this particular body part of this if statement. Okay. Otherwise, means if this condition becomes false, then calculate the sum, that is sum equal to sum plus number. Here, this sum equal to sum plus number is also written as sum plus equal to number. Okay. Sum equal to sum plus number. This phrase indicates this is the opening of the if statement and this is the termination of the statement. This is the termination for the okay. Then display the sum using printf function. Okay. Now I will compile this code. Compile. Program contains 0 words. Then run this. Run the code. enter a number 1.
ಈಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಸೀದಾ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತು
This is
ಇಲ್ಲ
the
ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಗಣೇಶ್ ಕೊಡುವಾಗ ಹಂಗೆ
first statement. Okay. Display. This is the first display statement. Okay.
ನಾನು ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು
Which is written in this printf function. That is enter a
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ
number 1.
ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ನಾನು ಗೊತ್ತಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ರ
Here this 1 is displayed
ನಾನು
because
ಹೇಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಈಗ ನಾನು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಪ್ಪ
the 1 value is taken from this variable, that is I. Okay. Here this I is initialized
ಒಂದು 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್
a value 1. Okay. Therefore in this printer, in this display, in this printf function, you are getting a value for the percentage D as 1. Enter a number 1. Number 1 is 5. Enter. Here. Okay. Now I will explain this for I equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 5. Okay. Here the 1 value is initialized to the variable I. Okay. Then compare the I with the value 5. 1 is less than or equal to 5. True. Then display this message on the screen using printf function, that is enter a number. Here this percentage D takes the value of I. Here present the in this here at present the value of I is the variable I holds the value 1. Okay. Then through the keyboard enter the input value for the first number. Okay. Here I entered the input value as 5 and this 5 is stored in the variable number. Then check this if statement. If the number is less than 0, that is 1 is less than 0, false. This break statement will not be executed. Okay.
ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಹೋಗೋದಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕು 2,500 ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Execute this statement. Sum plus number, that is sum is initialized
ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಂಟೀನ್
the value 0 plus number is 5. 0 plus 5 is 5.
ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಂಗೆ
Store that result
ಕ್ಯಾಂಟೀನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅರ್ಥ
in a variable sum. Now sum holds the value 5. Then
ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಹೋಗಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಾವು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೇವೆ
ಅವ್ರು ಎಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಟೀನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ
now the updated value for the I is
15-20 ದಿನ ಗಟ್ಟಲೆ
previous value of I was 1.
ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಆಯ್ತು ಈ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್
The variable I got incremented to value 2. Again initialize the value 2 to I. Then compare this test condition. Now execute this test condition means compare the value of I
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ
compare the variable I variable holds the value 2 is less than 5. Again
ನಿಲ್ಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗೋದಾಯ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರಣ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಲ್ಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಲ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಒಂದು 10
then execute this statement, that is enter a number. Enter a number. Here the percentage D takes the value of I, the variable I.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಹಿಂಗೆ
The value of variable I. Now at present the variable I holds a value 2. Okay, therefore here you are getting a message as enter a number 2. Then the scanf function read the second value 6. Enter. Again it will execute this if statement. It will check whether the entered input is negative. Okay. If this is false, then break statement will not be executed. Again it will calculate the sum. Okay. Previous value of sum was 5. 5 plus the entered input is 6. 5 plus 6 equal to 11. The resultant value of 11. is stored in a variable sum. Now sum contains the total total value of 5 plus 6, that is 11. Okay. Again increment the I value. One number, then a part of a loop you are using dash statement. Second question is, which statement is used for jumping out of the program? Okay. Okay, students, time now. Hello, students. Now I will demonstrate you a program on break statement. Okay. If you want to jump out of a loop in the program, you can make use of break statement. Okay. This program is to calculate the sum of numbers. Okay. Maximum 5 numbers. It will calculate sum of 5 numbers, and if the user enters a negative number, then your loop should be terminated. Okay. If a user enters a negative number, then your loop terminates. Here first write the precursor directive statement in the program. Hash include stdio.h. You are including standard input output header files into the program. Then write the main function. Program execution always begins with the main function. Okay. Then declare one variable, that is I, as a type integer. Then declare another two variables as a type floating point values. Okay, floating point. Number and sum are the two variables, and they are declared as floating point data types. And this sum variable is initialized to a value 0. Then write the for loop. Okay. Here this for loop contains three segments. This is called as initialization, test condition, and increment part. Okay. In the initialization segment, initialize the value 1 to the variable I. Okay. Then this I is compared with the value 5. Okay. If this condition becomes true, then these two statements are executed. Here, if this condition becomes true, then display one message as enter a number. Okay. Then through this scanf function, input value is entered through the keyboard. Okay. And here the format specifier used is %f. This %f indicates you are entering a floating point value. Okay. Then the entered input is stored in this variable, that is number. This is the ampersand indicates address of the variable. Okay. In this particular address, the inputted value is stored. If the user enters a negative number, then your loop should be terminated. To perform this situation or this condition, use one if statement. Okay. In this if statement, write the condition as test condition as if number means entered input value is less than 0, means if the entered input value is negative number, then your loop should be terminated. Okay. To terminate the loop, write a statement called break. Okay. In this particular body part of this if statement. Okay. Otherwise, means if this condition becomes false, then calculate the sum, that is sum equal to sum plus number. Here this sum equal to sum plus number is also written as sum plus equal to number. Okay. sum equal to sum plus number. Okay, this is the this brace indicate this is the opening of the if statement and this is the termination of if statement. This is the termination for the for loop. Okay, then display the sum using printf function. Okay, now I will compile this code. Compile. Your program contains 0 errors. Then run the code. Enter a number 1. Okay, this is the first statement. Okay, display, this is the first display statement. Okay, which is written in this printf function, that is enter a number 1. Here this 1 is displayed because the 1 value is taken from this variable, that is I. Okay, here this I is initialized a value 1. Okay, therefore in this printf, in this display, in this printf function, you are getting a value for the percentage d as 1. Okay, enter a number 1. Okay, number 1 is 5. Enter. See here. Okay, now I will explain this formula. For I equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 5. Okay, here the 1 value is initialized to the variable I. Okay, then compare the I with the value 5. 1 is less than or equal to 5. True. Then display this message on the screen using printf function, that is enter a number. Here this percentage d takes the value of I. Here present the in this here at present the value of I is the variable I holds the value 1. Okay, then through the keyboard enter the input value for the first number. Okay, here I entered the input value as 5 and this 5 is stored in the variable num. Okay, then check this if statement. If number is less than 0, that is 1 is less than 0, false, this break statement will not be executed. Okay, then execute this statement sum plus number, that is sum is initialized with the value 0, 0 plus number is 5, 0 plus 5 is 5. Okay, store that result in a variable sum. Now sum holds the value 5. Then increment this I. Okay, now the updated value for the I is 2. Previous value of I was 1. 1 got incremented to, now 1, the value of the variable I got incremented to value 2. Okay, again initialize the value 2 to I, then compare this test condition. Now execute this test condition, means compare the value of I with the value 5, that is compare the variable I, means I variable holds the value 2, 2 is less than 5, true. Again then execute this statement, that is enter a number. Enter a number. Here the percentage d takes the value of I, the variable I, the value of variable I. Now at present the variable I holds a value 2. Okay, therefore Here you are getting a message as enter a number 2. Okay. Then through scanf function, read the second value 6. Enter. Again it will execute this if statement. It will check whether the entered input is negative. Okay. If this is false, then break statement will not be executed. Again it will calculate the sum. Okay. Previous value of sum was 5. 5 plus the entered input is 6. 5 plus 6 equal to 11. The resultant value of 11 is stored in a variable sum. Now sum contains the total value of 5 plus 6, that is 11. Okay. Again increment the I value. 9. Now I will enter input as -3. Okay. Enter a number 4 means when a variable I becomes 4, for this iteration I will enter a input value as -3. Okay. Enter. See here. If number is less than 0 means if the entered input is less than 0. -3 is less than 0. Yes, true. This condition becomes true, then this break statement will be encountered. That is, it will jump out of the for loop. See here. After executing this break statement, it will calculate the sum using this expression, that is sum plus number. Okay. After calculating the sum, it will print the sum using this printf function on the display screen, and further it will not execute the for loop. Okay. See here. In this program, you can enter up to 5 input values. Okay. But here, see here, I entered only 4 values, and we here at present we came out of the loop because of this break statement. Okay. We can jump out of loop using this break statement. The sum of these 4 values are 20, 5, 6 and 9. Okay. In this program, only the 3 input values are added. Okay. After executing this if statement, if number is less than 0, it will execute the break statement, then it will jump out of the loop. It will not execute the further statements which is written in the for loop. Okay. Now I will demonstrate your program on continue statement. Okay. This continue statement is used to skip a part of a statement. Okay. Write the precursor directive statement in your program. Then include the main function. Here this main part indicates beginning of the program. Okay. The execution of the program always begins with the main function. Declare one variable I as a type integer. Then write the for loop. In the for loop, initialize the variable I with the value 0. Then write the test condition here, that is I is less than 0. Means your for loop will execute until I value becomes 10. Okay. When this I becomes 10, that is 10 is less than 10, this condition becomes true. For the value I 10, this condition becomes true and for loop will not be executed. Okay. Now in the for loop write one if statement. Okay. For this if statement write the test condition as I mod 4 equal to 0. Its meaning is when I is divisible by 4, continue to the next iteration. Okay. When the variable I value is divisible by 4, then continue to the next iteration. Here I mod 4 equal to 0 means if the remainder value for this division yields to 0 value, then continue to the next iteration. Okay. Otherwise, skip this part and print this display message on the screen. Okay, now I will compile this code and will run this code. Here, this is the output, output of this particular program. Okay, it will print the values from 1 to 9. Students, now we will get a quiz question. I have written a small code here. What you're supposed to do is you have to find errors in this particular snippet. Okay, I have written line numbers also. Along with the line numbers, you have to find out the errors. Okay, in the chat box, along with the line numbers, write the errors. You will have 1 minute of time. Okay, students, time up. Students, now I will demonstrate you a program on for loop. This is a program that will check whether the given number is prime or not. Okay, and you are having this program in your lab experiments. Okay, this program is included in your lab exercise. Before writing this program, first you should understand the meaning of prime number. Okay, The prime number means it is a number that is greater than 1 and divisible by 1 and itself only. It is a number that is divided by that is divisible by 1 and itself only. Okay. This prime number can't be divided by, it is can't be divided from any other numbers. Okay. Other numbers means other than 1 or the number itself, you can't divide the prime numbers by any other numbers. Okay. The examples for prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, etc. Okay. Before writing the main function, include the preprocessor directive in your program. Okay. Like this, you can include preprocessor directive in your program. Preprocessor directive statement hash include standard input output header file into your program. Okay. Then write the main function. The program execution always begins with the main function. Here in this program, I am declaring three variables num, I and flag as a type integer data. Okay. Then using the printf function, I am displaying one message on my screen as enter a non-zero integer value. Its meaning is you should give a non-zero integer value to find out whether the given number is prime or not. Other than 0, you should enter a input value. Okay. Then through scanf function, get the input data through keyboard. Okay. Here this scanf function contains two parts. The first part is called as format specifier. In this format specifier, I had written the format specifier as a %d. It indicates you are getting an input data through a keyboard as a form of integer. Okay. In the integer format, you are getting the input variables, the input data. Sorry. Then after getting the input data through the keyboard, store that input data in a variable called num. You have to store that data into the address of this ampersand indicates the address of the variable num. Okay. So in this program, the num variable is used to store the input value. Okay. Then here initialize this flag variable with the value 0. Flag equal to 0 means you are initializing this flag variable with the value 0. Okay, this statement is called as initialization. Variable initialization. This is called as variable declaration. Okay. Here to check whether the given number is prime or not, I am using the for loop and if statement in my program. Okay. This is called as program logic part. Okay. In this logic part, I am using the for loop as well as if statements. Okay. If statement. First, I will explain this for loop. For I equal to 2, I less than n, num, I plus plus. The for loop contains three sections. The first section is called as initialization. Second section is called as test condition. And third section is called as increment. Okay. In the first initialization section, I am initializing the variable I with the value 2. Here, see here, in the variable declaration part, I had declared one variable I. Okay. This variable is used in the for loop. Okay. To use this variable in my for loop, I had declared this I. Okay. I am using that variable in my for loop. See here, I equal to 2 means the variable I is initialized with the value 2. I less than num means this is the test condition. Means if this condition becomes true, then the body of the for loop will be executed. Otherwise, it will skip the body of the for loop. Okay. It will not execute the body of the for loop. this condition becomes true, then the body of the for loop part will be executed. Here the body of the for loop contains if statement. If num mod I equal to 0, then initialize that flag variable with the value 1. Then break statement will be executed. Means this break indicates exit from a loop. Okay. Then here using one more if statement, I am checking a condition, that is flag equal to 1. If this flag equal to 1, then display a message as given number is non-prime number. Otherwise, if this flag is not equal to 1, then display a message as given number is prime number. Okay. Now I will run this code. First build or compile the code. Then run the code. Okay. Enter a non-zero integer value. I will give the input value as 8. See here. Enter a non-zero integer value. Okay. Now I will enter a input value as 8. Okay. After entering the input through keyboard, this value 8 is stored in a variable num. Okay. This num holds the value 8 now. Then now I will explain this logic part. Okay. For I equal to 2 means the variable I is initialized with the value 2. 2 is less than num. Num holds the value 8. 2 is less than 8. Yes, true. If this condition becomes true, then the body part of the for loop will be executed. Here the body part of for loop contains if statement. If num mod I equal to 0 means number is 8. 8 mod I means 2. 8 mod 2 equal to 0. Mod operator, the result of the mod operator yields the remainder value. Okay. Here in the mod operations also you will perform division operation. But for the result you will take the remainder part only. Okay. The quotient part will be discarded. So num mod I means 8 mod 2. The remainder will be 0. 2 4 is 8. 8 minus 8 equal to 0. The remainder will be 0. Num mod 2 equal to 0. Yes, true. This operation yields the value 0. True means initialize the flag. Means you should initialize the flag with the value 1. Okay. Assign the value 1 to the variable flag. Then break means exit from a loop. Means the loop will not be executed. Again it will not execute the loop. Okay. Means you will exit from a loop. Okay. Means the for loop will not be executed. Okay. Then increment the for loop will not be executed. After the for loop, here the program control is transferred to this part. That is, if flag equal to 1, then display one message as given number percentage %d is a non-prime number. Okay. And for this, the data is retrieved through a variable num. Okay. From the num variable, you will retrieve the data to display the result on the screen as a given number is non-prime number. Else means if this condition becomes false, if the flag value is not equal to 1, then display a message as given number is prime number. Okay. See here. Entered input value is 0. Given number 8 is a non-prime number. Okay. 5. For the input value 5, now I will explain the logic. For I equal to 2, 2 is less than num. Num contains the value 5. 2 is less than 5. Yes, true. Then check this if condition. If num, that is 5 mod I, 5 mod 2 equal to 0. 5 mod 2 means 2 2s are 4. 5 minus 4 equal to 1. Means you are getting a remainder value as non-zero value. Means you are getting a remainder as 1. It is not equal to 0. Means this condition becomes false if num mod I equal to 0. This condition becomes false. Means this operation will not give 0. Therefore, you will not execute this. Means the program will not execute this if part. Okay. Then this you will not execute this if part. Then increment the I value. Means now the I value becomes 3. Okay. I equal to 3. 3 is less than num. 3 is less than 5. True. Again execute this if 5 mod 3 equal to 0. 5 mod 3. 3 ones are 3. 5 mod 3 means you will get a result as a non-zero value. It's not equal to 0. Okay. You will getting the remainder as a value 2, which is not equal to 0. Means this if part will not be executed. The body of the if statement will not be executed. Again, the variable I got incremented to value 1. Means it is incremented by 1. The previous value of I was 3. The value of I got incremented by 1 means 3 becomes 4. The value of I becomes 4 now. Okay. I equal to 4. 4 is less than 5. True. 5 mod 4. 5 mod 4 means the remainder value is 1, which is not equal to 0. Again, the if statement will not be executed. Then the value of I got incremented by 1. That is I means 4. 4 plus 1 means 5. Okay. I equal to 5. 5 is less than 5. False. Means the body of the for loop will not be executed. Okay. If this condition becomes false means the program will not execute this for loop part. Okay. Then the program control is transferred to this section. That is if flag equal to 1. False. Here in this for this output for this input num equal to 5, the program will not execute this section. Okay. That is flag equal to 1. Therefore, this condition becomes false. Flag equal to 1. False means this if this condition becomes false, then else part of the if statement will be executed. The else of the if statement contains given number is prime number. Okay. See here. Enter. The given number 5 is a prime number. Okay. Student, this if statement part, this statement will check whether the given number is prime or not. Okay. See here. The prime number means it's a number which is divisible by 1 and itself only. Okay. Other than 1 and the same number itself, it can't be divisible by any other numbers. Okay. It can't be divisible by from any other numbers. Say the given number mod I. I means here the I value is initialized with a number 2. Num mod I, given number which is divisible by 2. The divisible by 2 means it should this operation should yield a value, the remainder value as 0. Means if the number divided by value 2, then if this operation gives you a remainder value equal to 0, then the number is non-prime number. Okay, prime number means it's a number which is divisible by 1 and the number itself. For example, if the given number is 5, the input value given is 5. 5, you can say the 5 is a prime number because the 5 is a number that is divisible by 1 and the number itself. The 5 can be divisible by from the values 1 and 5 only. Okay, you can't, the 5 value can't be divisible by 2, 3 or 4. Okay, divisible by means um, through the division operation you should get the remainder value as 0. Then only you can say that the number is divisible by the values like 1, values like 2, 3, 4, etc. Okay, this part will check the given input value is prime or not. Num 5 mod I, 5 mod I value is 2, 5 mod 2 is not equal to 0. Means 2, 5 divided by 2, this reminder, this modulo operation, it will give you the result of remainder. Okay, the quotient part will be discarded. This for loop is written to initialize the I values, to initialize the I value, as well as this it will increment the I values. Here the I value is initialized with the value 2. Means you are checking the given numbers. You are dividing the given number with the values 2. Then the increment of 2 is 3. Then 4, 5, etc. Okay. I less than num means I value is less than num. Num means given input value. Okay. This test condition is written because here this for loop will be executed until the I value becomes greater than the given input value. Okay. This for loop will be executed until this test expression becomes true. Okay. Once this test condition becomes false, then the body of the for loop part will not be executed. Okay. Next, you will have a quiz. Okay. The quiz question given over here is order of the segments in the for loop is. 4 options given here. The first option contains test condition increment initialization. Second option increment test condition initialization. Third option initialization test condition increment. Fourth one is initialization increment test condition. You have to select any one option. Okay. You have to write the order, correct order of segments which is present in the for loop. Okay. Hello students. Now you will get a quiz question. Okay. Write a symbol for conditional operator. Write, I mean, which symbols are used to indicate an conditional expression. You have to write the symbols used to indicate an conditional expression. Okay. Which operators are used for conditional which operators are used as conditional operators? Or to write conditional expression, what are the different symbols are used? You will have a 1 minute of time. Just answer. Write your answer in the chat box. Okay. This is the program number 7. Write a C program to find the number of and sum of all integers greater than 100 and less than 200 that are divisible by 7 using for loop. Okay. Means your program should display from 100 to 200 that are divisible by 7. Means the number should be divisible by 7. Okay. And you should find the number of and sum of all integers. The number and sum of all integers greater than 100 and less than 200. In between 100 and 200 that are divisible by 7, you should find the number and sum of all integers. Okay. Before writing the main function, write the preprocessor directive statement as hash include standard input output header file. Okay, you are including standard input output header files. Then write the main function. The program execution always begins with the main part. In this program, I am declaring the two variables I and sum as a type integer. Okay, then the sum variable is initialized with the value 0. Using the printf function, I am displaying the message as the number divisible by 7 from 100 to 200. The numbers divisible by 7. Okay. From 100 to 200. This is the logic part of my program. For I equal to 101, I is less than 200 and I plus plus. In my program, they already given a condition as the integers greater than 100 and less than 200. Greater than 100 means 101 means the number should be start from 101 greater than 100. Okay. So therefore I am initializing the variable I with the value 101. It is greater than 100. Okay. This is the for loop initialization segment. This is the test condition and this is the increment part. Okay. For I equal to 101, I less than 200 means I means 101. 101 less than 200. Yes, true. This condition becomes true, then the body of the for loop will be executed. The body of the for loop contains if statement here. Okay. I mod 7 equal to 0 means the given number is divisible by 7 means when if the number I divisible by 7, then we should add the sum of that number means the divisible, we can say the number is divisible by 7 means how we can say whether the given number is divisible by 7. If the division operation yields you a reminder value 0, then you can say that the number is completely divisible by 7. Okay. If the number I, the to get the remainder value, you should perform modulo operation. Okay, I mod 7 is equal to 0. Then you can say that the number is completely divisible by 7. Okay, you should check the numbers from 101 to 119 whether these numbers are divisible by 7 or not. Means these the division operations of these values means the division operations from 7. Okay, the division operations on these values, the result you should get the remainder value as a 0. Then only you can say that those numbers are divisible by 7. Okay, see here I means 101 mod 7, 101 mod 7 equal to 0. If this condition becomes true, means the division operation or if the modulo operation gives the remainder value as 0, then perform this operation. Means you should calculate the sum. 101 divided by 7. 7 ones are 7. 10 minus 7 equal to 3. 31. 7 fours are 20. No, you can't get the remainder value 0 for this operation. Means for the value I equal to 101 mod 7, you will not get the remainder value 0. So if this condition becomes false, then these two segments will not be executed. Then the program control is transferred to, sorry, this will not execute. If this condition becomes false, then it will not execute the body of the if statement. The body of the if statement contains these two sections, these two statements. Okay, it will not be, these two sections statements will not be executed. Then the for loop will increment the value of I. Now the value of I becomes 102. 102 is initialized to variable I. I equal to 102. 102 less than 200. True. Again it will execute this if statement. If 102 mod 7 equal to 0. If this condition becomes true, then these two sections will be executed. Okay. If this condition becomes false, then the two statements, these two statements of if part will not be executed, and the for loop will increment the value of I 101 to 102 to 103. For the value 105, see here. Okay, the I value becomes 103. No, 103 less 103 is initialized to variable I equal to 103. 103 less than 200. True. Again, it will check this condition. If 103 mod 7 equal to 0, this operation will not give you a remainder value 0. So, will not execute the if statements, the body of the if statement part. Okay. Then this for loop will execute, the for loop will increment the value of I from 103 to 104. Okay. I equal to 104. 104 less than 200. True. It will execute the if part if 104 mod 7 equal to 0. False. This operation will not give you a remainder value 0. Therefore, these two statements will not be executed. Again, this for loop will increment the value of I from 104 to 105. I equal to 105. 105 less than 200. True. If 105 mod 7 equal to 0. True. This operation will give you a remainder value 0. Okay. 105 mod 7. 7 ones are 10 minus 7 equal to 3, 35, 7 5 is 35. 35 minus 35 equal to 0. This operation will give you the remainder value as 0. If this condition becomes true, then the body of the if part will be executed. Here, This body part of if statement contains two sections. It will contains two statements. The first statement written here is sum equal to sum plus I. Sum value is 0 here. See here. I initialized, I had written the statement as sum equal to 0 means the variable sum is initialized with the value 0. Sum equal to 0 plus I value, present I value is 105. 0 plus 105. This sum result is stored in this variable sum. Okay, this total of this expression is stored in the variable sum. Then print the result. Then print the sum on the screen. Print percentage n, sorry, backslash n percentage d. Here, print the number on the screen. Okay, you should print the I value on the screen. Here, the I value is 105. Means for this 105 value, you are getting the remainder as 0. The modulo operation of 105 divided 105 modulo 7, you are getting the remainder value as 0. Okay, therefore, through this printf function, display the I value on the screen. Okay. After executing this if statement, increment this for loop will increment the I value from 105 to 106. I equal to 106, 106 less than 200, true. Again, it will check this if condition. If this condition becomes true, then body part of this if statement will be executed. Otherwise, again it will increment the I loop. Increment the for loop means this for loop will increment the I value. Okay. This for loop will be executed until this test condition becomes false. Okay, once this test condition becomes false, then the body part of this for loop will not be executed and the program control is transferred to this section, that is printf sum is percentage d. Here, to display the sum value, you are retrieving the data from the variable sum. Okay, through this sum variable, you can display the result on the screen. See here, the sum is 2107 means the sum of all these values 105, 112, 119, 126, these all these numbers will be divisible by number 7. Okay, these numbers will be divisible by 7, divisible by value 7 means the modulo operation of these numbers by 7 will give you the remainder result as 0. And this is the sum is sum of all these numbers, sum equal to 2107. Okay, students, now you will get a quiz question. I had written a small code here. Okay, if x is greater than y, value equal to yes, else value equal to no. For this same code, you have to write the conditional expression. Okay, using the conditional operators, you have to write the conditional expression for this same code. For this particular code, you have to write conditional expression. Okay, instead of this if and else, you have to use conditional operators to write this same code. Okay, you will get 1 minute of time. Just write the conditional expression in the chat box. Write the you have to use the conditional operators. Using conditional operator, write conditional expression. Okay, students, time up. If you have any questions, please do write in chat box. Write your doubts in the chat box.